Oh, I gotta do my intro first.
Go ahead.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Sports Show. We're back for another episode. We have new faces. I enjoy having new faces here, just because it's better than old faces, you know. We have Miss Bree.
Mm-hmm.
Is that short for something?
Brianna.
Brianna. And who are you named after? Anyone?
I don't know. I think I asked my mom this one time. She said that she had like a babysitter named Brianna, but I don't think so. Other than that, it's kind of boring. Oh my gosh, I was named after her babysitter.
That must have been a really, really unique babysitter.
Probably.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So we're both freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
You're from San Antonio.
Kind of.
Kind of.
So I was born in Alabama. Hold on. I'm gonna get there. My dad was military, so I was born in Alabama, but like I hadn't gone anywhere other than San Antonio. So I was only there for the first like 4 or 5 years of my life while he was stationed there, and then we moved here and he retired after his term was up here. So we just stayed here. But
so what part of military is he in?
Army.
Is
Yeah.
he still serving today?
Nope. He retired after 27 years. I think in like 2016. Yeah, he was a pilot. He was an Apache pilot. The like big helicopters with the guns on the side.
For real?
Yeah.
Where's the farthest place he's gone, like, I guess, not deported,
Like from
but,
us?
like, deployed.
Deployed?
Yeah.
He's been to a lot of places. He's been to like Korea. He's been to Iraq, Afghanistan.
So he fought in that.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
He was stationed in he wasn't stationed. He was out in South America for a while. He was part of like Army South. That's what it was called. Like his like division, branch, I don't know what you call it. But so he went to South America a lot. But I don't know the furthest. I would say Korea, but that's also like kind of if you're going the other way.
It's out of the country though.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So how often would he come home? Like, what's the gaps?
Well, I don't really remember like when I was little, but I remember that like there was one time that he had gone to South America for like maybe like a month and a half.
Damn.
It's usually like a couple weeks.
Uh-huh.
But if he's like actually deployed, it can be like a couple months. Like up to maybe 6, I don't know, something like that.
What's the longest? You said a month?
Yeah, that I remember. Yeah. I don't know about what my brother remembers. Like he was born in Germany, so he was there with him. Yeah. He was stationed in Germany for like a couple years.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, it is all over the place. And then my uncle was in the military too, so my cousins were born in Japan and London. Yeah.
So you said your cousin?
Mm-hmm.
No. So your uncle.
My 2 cousins.
But your uncle was in the military as
Yes.
well. Was he in Army?
I think he was in the Air Force. Yeah, I think he was in the Air Force.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you were born here?
I was born in Enterprise, Alabama.
No, Alabama.
Yeah.
That's because you were stationed there?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I'm trying to process
It is a lot. For me, it's not a lot because I didn't move that many places.
Yeah, but
I moved a lot of like schools and like houses, but I didn't move. I only moved to here.
So you went from Alabama to here?
Yep.
And then you moved schools because of...
I moved schools. The longest I've ever been at school was the high school that me and Aiden went to. I think I was there for like...
Aiden's my roommate, and you're Aiden's friend.
Yeah.
Who went to high school with Aiden.
I went to
Disclaimer.
middle school and high school with Aiden.
Oh,
yeah.
Middle school and high school.
Middle school
Excuse
and
me.
high school.
Okay, now go.
So, I'm going to give you like the little rundown.
Talk to me.
So, born in Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
went to kindergarten, obviously, in the same house. So, I was in one house. And then first grade, I moved to an apartment with my mom.
Okay.
My dad, by the way, is my stepdad. So, when I say my dad, I'm saying my stepdad. My dad was an asshole. We don't talk about him. But, like...
Hey, you should keep it in a buck.
I
You're
mean,
keeping
yeah.
it for real. That's his fault. There you
But
go.
my stepdad ended up adopting me. So, when I say my dad, I mean my stepdad.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, stepdad. That's what's up.
They got married when I was in like 2nd grade. I think that was like 2012, something like that. But I ended up moving schools almost every single year up until 7th grade. So we moved here when I started 3rd grade. I stayed at the same school until 4th. And then I went to a different school and a different house in 5th grade. So we were still in San Antonio. So I'm in San Antonio, went to this house because my dad was stationed here. After his term was up and he's getting ready to retire, we moved houses. So I had to move schools again. And then we ended up moving schools again.
Oh my God.
So for middle school, I went to 1 year of middle school in public school. So 6th grade was my last year in public school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was interesting. And then I moved houses again freshman year. But I had been at Great Hearts, which is the school I went to with Aiden. I had been at Great Hearts since 7th grade. So what is that, like 6 years? Yeah. That's the longest I've ever been at school.
But you're still at the same house, though, right? We haven't moved any houses?
Yeah, no.
Okay, good.
After the freshman move, we've stayed at the same house.
Damn.
So they're still there.
Do you like public school more or private school? Think about it. Public school, you're just getting all the, like, shit fuckery that comes with kids.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Private, I don't know private school. I've been to
public school is so unfiltered. It's insane. Like...
What I meant, I've never been to private school.
You've never been to one? Did you ever have friends that have been to one, other than Aiden? Or like me?
Maybe like one girl, but she was, I mean, I knew her, but like she didn't go into depth about it.
It's an interesting experience. My school, Great Hearts, was like a pretty good school. Like, it's good if you're a little kid. So like if you start out in lower school, which is kinder through 6th, if you start out at those ages and you go to school there for like that many years, it's great. You learn discipline and you have to wear the uniform and everything, which is fine. You got a
uniform?
Yeah. I actually like the uniform. It was so much easier not having to pick out clothes every day. Like once I started college, I had to buy a bunch of clothes because like I had only ever worn a uniform. But I don't know. It's good when you start out like middle school. Once you get to high school, you need to go public school.
So why? So
if any of y'all are adults watching this and you have a kid that you want to put in private school, don't do it unless they're little.
Heard it first from a private school attendee. Yeah. So tell me, why?
Because
isn't high school like everyone like dicks?
Not really, not with my experience, at least.
You got a good high school then.
I mean,
shit.
It was also like pretty small. So like my graduating class was 64 people. It was pretty small.
It's fucking wild.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no, but my brother went to. You're from San Antonio?
Yeah, I've been born and raised. Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
Churchill.
Okay, so you know Johnson. My brother went to Johnson.
Oh God. Okay.
So I was supposed to go to Johnson.
Yeah, I was about to ask why. Okay.
My brother went to Johnson. He stayed in public school. He's 4 years older than me. So once I started high school, he had already started college. And at that point, my parents had given me the option, hey, like, do you want to go to public school?
Yeah.
And I said no for just because I was also young and I wasn't really thinking about, like, how it would help me if I went to public school.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, no, I don't want to leave my friends. So I stayed for the next 4 years. Not the best choice. I should have gone to public school. Go to public school. It's better.
Well, it just...
There's benefits to it.
I feel like it's just like it's the excuse me. It's like the real world. Yeah. Like the shit fuckery that like people say and people do. It's just that's what you get in public school.
It's pretty crazy. And I only went through that for a year in 6th grade, and it's probably not even as bad in 6th grade as it is in high school. Yeah, I'd imagine it's like way worse.
People don't know half of the shit they know in high school than they know in 6th grade.
Yeah. Damn. But I like charter school. Like the people, it was nice having a smaller class because like you know everybody, but also it's kind of sad because like that one friend group that you have, like if something happens,
it's fucked.
You can't go anywhere. Like at least at Johnson there's like a couple thousand people there, so like if you and your best friend hate each other, you have other people. But like it was nice like knowing everybody, but also it was kind of like annoying because it was the same people for 6 years.
So.
And our class got smaller since 7th grade.
Oh,
yeah,
that's horrible.
Our class just went down. But also our classes, another reason why I would go to public school is because we didn't get a choice on our classes at all.
What?
We didn't get a choice. So we had 2, 3, I think we had 5 or 6 classes. We didn't get a choice. The only choice that we actually got is whether to take Greek or Spanish. So when I started in 7th grade,
Greek.
Yeah, or Latin. So when I started in 7th grade,
Yeah.
I was forced to take Latin up until freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
Before you start freshman year, they give you a paper and they say, hey, do you want Spanish or do you want to take Latin? If you chose Latin, you would take Latin for 9th and 10th grade, and then 11th and 12th, you'd take Greek. But if you chose Spanish, you just take Spanish for the 4 years.
So you know Greek?
No, I chose Spanish.
Oh.
But I still don't know Spanish. No, but our teachers were like pretty bad. Like honestly, they were pretty terrible. And I know a lot of people say like, well, my teachers are horrible, but like they really weren't the
they
best.
Didn't know. Yeah, they didn't. Okay.
Well, like I had one teacher that taught us freshman year, and I knew Spanish freshman year, and then COVID happened, so I didn't learn anything. And then when we came back, our new teacher didn't teach us anything because she just kind of like let us do whatever during class.
I felt with
so
that
that 4th year, last year, we had a teacher, and her name was, what was her name? I don't even remember. But Aiden had the same teacher. Like we couldn't with her. She would get so mad at us because we don't know anything, and we're like, it's not our fault. Like we didn't learn. Like
that's so annoying.
Yeah, but it was pretty bad.
So what's the differences between like public school and like private school?
What do you mean?
Like
atmosphere?
Well, yeah. So like.
Or like education.
Because I'm trying to wrap around that too. We can go into education as well. Well, I mean,
it's classical. So Great Hearts is classical education. So like, we're not allowed to talk about pop culture. We're not allowed to talk about like, it sucked.
You're bullshitting me.
I'm not.
What?
I'm 100% honest.
That's so wild.
Yeah, you can look it up. There's like a handbook online, and you can't talk about pop culture. We couldn't wear certain things, so like makeup had to be like minimal. Like you couldn't wear like crazy makeup. Your hair couldn't be crazy. You couldn't dye your hair a certain color.
Really?
It had to be all natural colors.
Wow.
Yeah, but you couldn't talk about pop culture. So anytime I would talk about pop culture, you'd get a detention if your teacher heard you. The detentions were insane. Oh my god, that's another thing. Like the amount of like
shit sounds wild. This doesn't sound fun.
The amount of rules that they had was insane.
Okay.
So like infractions.
What's
an infraction is like a little slip that you get if like you're out of dress code, like if you're wearing the wrong pants or you're wearing the wrong socks, or like if you aren't wearing the right shoes, you have to wear a certain type of shoe. If you're wearing tennis shoes, you have to have a note from your doctor. And like it's insane. No, I know. You get an infraction if you're chewing gum. If you get like 4 infractions, you get a detention. Detention sucks. You sit there for like, I think it was like an hour, and you have to sit like this. You can't do homework, can't talk. You have to sit like this, like hands on the desk flat. They'll get mad at you if you're sleeping. They'll tell you if your hands are like this or you're doing stuff, put your hands flat. It's like insane. They'd give you the detentions for like the dumbest things. My first year there, I think I got like 36 detentions. It was insane. And it was all from the same teacher. Almost all of them, because he hated me, and it was for the dumbest things, like just stupid stuff.
That's what detention is?
They'd give you tardies all the time, like last year, and it would get worse every year. So like, especially like with certain teachers, so they had made a rule last year that if you get 3 tardies, you get a detention. I got like over 100 tardies last year, but I never went to a single detention because I was a senior. Like they were a little bit more relaxed with our class because we.
Yeah, 64 of y'all.
I mean, yeah, they didn't really care about us. So they focused a lot of their like
the
they
lower
focused
grades.
it on them. Yeah.
Damn.
But me and my friends would be late all the time, and sometimes, and I hope that my mom doesn't see this. I was late a lot, but I promise you it wasn't on purpose most of the time. But like we would be late. Like my friend Maddie had like 130 something that year, tardies.
Is that a record?
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
Fucking wild.
It was insane. But like education was interesting. Yeah, but not pop culture. We had a class called HL. Yeah.
HO?
HL.
What's HL?
It's Humane Letters. It's a 2-hour class or like a 2-period class. It's pretty much just like seminaring. So like you get a book assigned that you have to read for like a couple months, for like 2 months. and you talk about it every single day for 2 hours. Oh, it sucked.
Oh, that just sounds torture. That
It
sounds
was
horrible.
torture.
Are you allowed
It
to listen
was.
to music and be on your phone?
Nope. You
Yeah.
can't have your phone at all at school. Has to be
Not
off.
even during lunch.
Nope, not even during lunch. We had like a thing called
What the fuck?
what was it called? Like morning break. It was like 45 minutes where we got to like go outside, go to the field, hang out, do homework, whatever we wanted to do.
What are y'all in recess?
Yes. But like it had happened during COVID. That's when they started that. Because like, oh, we needed as many breaks as we can to get off the computers, like stuff like that. So when we came back to in person, they were like, oh, we're going to keep this. This is nice. A lot of us used that to like go to the corner of the courtyard, and we had our little table, and we would all just use our phones. But like, yeah, we weren't allowed to do pretty much anything. It was horrible. Yeah.
So
HL, it's the 2 hours, but
Uh-huh.
you get a 10-minute break. And there's sometimes, oh my God, there were some teachers that wouldn't give you the 10-minute break.
why?
Or they would, and they'd cut it down to like 5. Because they wanted to talk. It was, okay, go to break and then come back immediately after the 10 minutes because we got to continue our seminar. And, like, it was just insane. And sometimes, like, we would have teachers that, like, push the dumbest questions. Like, it was just bad. Like, I had a teacher called, his name was Mr. Potter. He's a, what is it called? What's the male version of a nun? It's like a, not a missionary. What is it called? I don't know. But he's one of those people now. Yeah. But he used to ask us the dumbest. No, not a pastor.
I don't know.
It's Catholic. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm Jewish, so I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just like,
I have no clue.
You got none. I just thought of that horror movie, but
Which is another thing about our school. A lot of the teachers are Catholic.
I have to edit that one out. I promise. There's
That's
nothing
hilarious.
wrong with. Okay, just continue before I get some shit thrown at me.
But like, it was just, it was a lot. Like a lot of my hatred for school was because of HL. That class just sucked.
Is it
It
every
was
day?
2 hours. Yes, every single day.
Fucking
Every single
hell.
day.
That's
Or we would have days where like what would happen is that day she would assign us like, okay, you got to read this many chapters, which also they would give us so much homework. Like hours of homework every night. And then the next day you come to seminar, you have to have annotated your book. They'll check the book, see if you annotated it. That's your homework grade if you annotated your book. Sometimes we would have like a cool teacher that's like fine. Like my teacher last year was really cool, and I had like a good class, so it was fine.
It was
like
chill.
it was fun. Yeah.
Cool.
But like the last couple years was just horrible. It was 2 hours of just straight talking, and a lot of time it would be silence because nobody wanted to talk. Nobody did the reading. So like it would just be the teacher
Just everyone
talking to
just
like
staring.
2 people in the class, and it's just like, or like 2 people would get super into it and like be arguing, and everybody else would just be half asleep. And the worst would be when he code calls on you.
Code
Calls? Yeah, so like if you don't raise your hand, he'll be like, oh, you answer the question or something like that.
Because
Yeah, it's horrible.
then you're like, I didn't.
Yeah. It was pretty
Holy
bad.
shit.
I wish I went to public school. I wish I would have taken.
Did you guys
other
have
parents
time
off
to
it.
like go out with friends and party and shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. My
Oh.
friend group was so much fun. We would do stuff like that like on the weekends and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like they didn't really care what we did as long as it wasn't like.
Meth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Wait, did y'all have like athletics?
Yeah, we did. We have like good athletics. So like our volleyball program, when I was there, was good. Like we were able to get it up on that last year. It's not good anymore because all the seniors left. So now it just like kind of sucks again. But our like track program's pretty good. Cross country is surprisingly amazing. Like I don't know why cross country is so good at our school. Cross country and track is like pretty good. We have flag football. We don't even have real football.
I was about to ask, did y'all like play game?
Oh my god. No, our main sports at our school that like people actually like cared about was like basketball and volleyball.
I was about to ask about basketball.
Yeah, mostly volleyball though, because like most of the basketball games were really good. Like our team was great. But now they suck because all the seniors left.
Who did y'all even play?
We played other charter schools. So like but a lot of them were further away, so anytime we'd have an away game, it was like an hour and a half away.
That's fucking pain.
It was pretty bad.
So what'd you do?
I did volleyball.
Were you
I
a setter,
tried.
spiker? I don't. Okay. wait. Were you up front, middle, or back?
What? Okay, so
Were you up front? I don't know. I
There's
have some
2
friends.
rows, front and back. and there's 6 people. So 3 in the front, 3 in the back.
Were you
I was in the
setter?
front. So I was on the left side hitting.
A hit.
I was outside. That's what it's called. It's outside. So there's right side, middle, outside. And then usually the setter, libero, or middle back, and then left back.
So why don't you just say left side?
Because I don't know. Left side. I was the left front.
Okay, there.
And I hit.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn. So like, were the games live? Like, were people showing up?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
When they're home games, like people would show up, especially to the varsity one. Our JV really sucked. Like I hate to call y'all out like that, but y'all suck. Like JV is just really bad, because it's all like freshmen. They actually ended up making a freshman team just so that they could be bad, and then JV, which is still like pretty bad. But varsity was like the only team that like actually did things. Like, nobody ever went to like JV freshman games.
What was y'all's record?
What do you mean?
For volleyball.
Last year we made it to playoffs, but we ended up not making it very far because of an issue. I'm so mad about this. It was one of my friends, so I feel like I can't say it.
You don't have to say the name.
I'm not gonna say names.
Yeah, don't name drop, but just tell a situation.
But my coach had ended up putting. She was middle back.
Okay,
so she was the one.
Where's middle back?
Middle back is in the middle, in the back.
Oh.
So the 3 people, she was right in the
It's
middle.
in the name.
Back. Yeah,
it's in
right.
the fucking name. Okay,
like,
go on. Yeah, I got it. Okay, go.
But so she was the one like receiving serves and stuff. So when they would serve it right at her, and they were spot serving, which means that like when they serve, they know where they're gonna place it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So like they would purposely.
They can't fuck you up when they serve.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go on.
It was bad though, because they would know where they're gonna serve, and they would serve it to her every single time.
Oh.
She hated that position too. She hated being there.
Uh-huh.
But she ended up losing us an entire set, which is 25 points. She ended up losing like 10 of those because coach wouldn't take her out.
She couldn't return it, or what?
She couldn't get it up.
Damn.
Or she would go out, or she just wouldn't be able to get it.
That's so
It was bad. It was bad. A lot of us kind of like pushed aside the fact that it was like it wasn't like solely that got us to lose. Like there were a couple little things that like put us over the edge, but that was like the main like, oh my god, just take her out, put in the libero. The libero is the person that is like, that's their job, that's their specialty, is middle back. Like they're able to receive anything. So like if the girl over here has a ball coming like right there, she can't get it, the libero will go get it. Or like the setter has second ball every time, so she has second touch. If she is right next to that first one, she's going to move over so the libero can get it first. So, like, the libero is the one running around. She's able to get the ball up very easily. But, like, she just wasn't that person.
Did any of y'all be like, yo, what the fuck? Why aren't we putting...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were mad. Like, we were like, hey, what's going on? Like, put her in. And, like, even she would. She'd be like, hey, can I come out? Like, can you... And she'd be like, no, just, like, switch it up a little bit. Like, come this way and, like, move around. Like, we would adjust. And then we ended up calling a timeout. Sat there for, like, a whole minute talking about, like, okay, maybe just move this way. Or maybe just do this, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, no, just, like, take her out. Like, it's not working. Like, but, yeah. So we lost that playoff game. And then we were done. But we had made it to playoffs. That was a big moment in our volleyball program, was the fact that we made it to playoffs.
It's so weird trying to, like, wrap around private school and public school, because like I didn't know there was a private school like district. Yeah, it's just trying to put my mind around that. It's so strange. Are you allowed to curse in the school?
No, absolutely not. You would get in so much trouble for it.
So like, is it so what? Okay, so you have the infraction.
If I said fuck in the middle of class, I would probably get suspended. I'm not even kidding.
There's no bull.
I would definitely get suspended.
And how would your parents? The parents would just be like...
Oh, parents? Like, what would they do?
Yeah.
If I did that?
Yeah.
Oh, my parents would be so mad at me.
Really?
Like, why would you say that in the middle of class?
Oh, okay. They just won't be mad at you because, like... Oh, they're just like, you know better.
Yeah.
Okay, they seem laid back then. Okay. That's crazy. So, like, after infraction and detention, what's after that?
After infraction and detention, like, what's next, like, worse?
On the hierarchy of fucking
So there's
bullshit.
in-school suspension, which is you're put in one of the, like, administrator offices, and you're stuck in there the whole day.
Doesn't sound bad.
I mean, like, sometimes it's kind of like normal detention where you have to sit there, but they changed it to where, like, you can do homework. You have classwork that you can do.
Oh,
yeah. Detention sucks. It was
Okay.
that for an hour.
So you can do homework in ISS.
Yeah,
ISS
in
seems
ISS
legit. That's what I might. I mean,
It wasn't even that bad. I had a couple friends that went to ISS, and like it really was not that bad.
honestly, ISS seems legit.
It wasn't too bad. But then out of school suspension, they would usually make you leave for like a week, usually max, before you'd get expelled. There was only, I think, in my time being at Great Hearts,
Yeah.
I only remember one kid getting expelled.
Hmm.
And that was because he was just like insane. He ended up like writing like a death threat or something to like some girl. It was bad. But like I think that's the worst that it's really been.
What's the wildest shit that happened at Great Hearts?
Oh gosh. Probably that. So like rundown really quick. I have a friend who was in his class, and at one point he ended up like slapping her butt or something like that in the hallway. I know. It was bad. Like it was
That is so wild.
Oh, it gets worse. It gets worse.
That poor girl. What the fuck
no.
is wrong with that
She was
dude?
like traumatized. She ended up asking the school. She was like, "Hey, like I want to move classes. I don't want to be in class with him anymore." He didn't get suspended or anything. He didn't get a detention, nothing. She told them like, "Hey, this is what happened. Why did this happen?
Yeah.
Like, can y'all do something about this?"
Yeah.
They never did anything
Wow.
for like a week and a half.
Wow.
She moved to our class,
Hell yeah.
and something else had happened with him and like one of his friends who was another girl, which we ended up finding out about like way later.
Yeah, a bunch of other.
Yeah, a bunch of other like weird
Shit.
stuff.
Yeah.
But Hannah ended up getting like, he had written something in class and he had thrown it away, and the teacher had found it because it wasn't in the trash, it was on the floor. So he had found it,
the poor
opened it up, and it was like him saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna like kill her, I'm gonna like shoot up the school," whatever, something like that, to the
Y'all
effect of
too?
like, yeah,
Y'all got those too?
it was bad.
Us too.
But yeah, so then he got suspended at first, and then they ended up saying like, "No, dude, you're expelled."
Damn.
Yeah,
That's wild. So you only have
pretty bad.
5 classes?
I only had 5, and then we had like an extra period called Lyceum. It was just like the period where you do homework for like an hour. That would be the last period of the day. So everybody would get a Lyceum class, and it would just be like a mix of like random grades. So like all of high school would just be like everybody, because it's just a class to do homework.
Oh, so you get most of your homework and then just chill out for the rest of the day. Oh, that's what's up. That's fucking wild.
Yeah. I really wish I went to public school. I just wanted to be able to like pick my classes. Like I feel like I would have been able to do JROTC. That was one of the things I wanted to do. I would have been able to do band.
So you would have gone to Johnson.
Yes.
Wait, you wouldn't have done band?
Yeah, I did band in middle school.
What'd you play?
Percussion.
What? Well, yeah, xylophone, drums.
Well, everything.
Bass.
Mostly the marimba. The huge like, yeah. I would play that.
Damn, I did band too.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I played the quad too. The like.
Oh, that. So how heavy is that? That's like 40 pounds or what?
It's like relatively heavy. Yeah. Cause it's like it's metal cages with. I mean, yeah. So it was kind of heavy.
Damn. Middle school, I did band all the way till. So like from middle school. All the way to like my sophomore year.
Okay.
So, I played the clarinet.
That makes a lot of sense.
Why?
I don't know. You just look like a clarinet
Man,
type
what the
of guy.
fuck? What the
That's
fuck?
not a bad thing.
Man, I don't. You know what? I think it's time for you to go. All right, guys. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, middle school. Oh man.
Were you like a band kid though? Like you know the stereotypical like band kid. Were you a band kid? Oh no. See, that look gave me my answer.
Not like full band kid.
Not like weird.
Oh,
You were
not
just
like what the fuck is wrong with that dude?
Yeah.
He may need to get some help. No.
Mm.
There was like a couple. I had my moments.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You had like
Yeah.
the band kid moments. Then it's like, oh wait. See, now I don't seem like a band kid.
Yeah.
Because like I didn't like it. Because when I joined, my brother, he So I joined when I was a freshman. My brother and my stepsister were a senior.
Mhm.
So my brother was in band, and so my mom was like, "You gotta do band because your brother did band." And so yeah, and then I just did it, and I was like, "This shit is not fun, at least to me."
Yeah.
Because percussion, that's it. That's just
fun.
live because y'all got drumline. That every fucking high school football game.
Mhm.
Have you been to a Johnson football game?
Mhm. Been to a couple. They're fun.
Dude.
Yeah, they get at it. They go hard.
Yeah. So.
You know, percussion was a lot of fun, and then it was. A lot of people are like shocked that I played the drums. Like I had a drum set at home, and I was in a band, like an actual like band.
Really?
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't even remember.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That quick.
It was pretty. It was interesting. We had like a few concerts. Like we had one at what is it, Aztec Theater or whatever. We played like all David Bowie songs, so I can play like any David Bowie song on the
Holy
drum
shit.
still.
So y'all were like legit.
Yeah,
we were. Like like when
we
you
were
have
kids, but like yeah.
Oh, okay. So you played, the drum set.
Mm-hmm.
So who was in this band? Who like instruments? The drum set.
There was me. There was a keyboard. There was like a main singer. There was a bassist, and then like I don't know what the other like guitars are, but there were 3 guitars.
Okay.
And then there was one other singer. But yeah, so keyboard, 2 singers, and then 3 guitars and me.
Damn.
Yeah.
What happened? Y'all the singers got into an argument or what?
No, I just like stopped. Yeah, we all just kind of like grew up, moved on.
So ROTC.
Yeah.
Why? What made you join ROTC?
Mostly my dad.
I was gonna say.
I mean, he didn't like tell me you're doing the military, but like growing up around it, like a lot of kids who have been in a military family end up joining the military. So like my brother wanted to do the military, so he did ROTC in college, and then he ended up like that didn't end up being what he actually wanted. So now he's out in Seattle with a business degree doing stuff for Amazon. But yeah, I don't know. I was just surrounded by it with my dad, so
what caught your eye when
flying.
Flying?
I want to fly. 100%.
Like Superman fly or like
jets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to fly jets.
I don't know if you can try flying, but I don't know. Okay, so you're a big travel person?
Yeah. I was supposed to go to Saudi Arabia at some point. So 10th grade, I know. I'm throwing a lot at you here. 10th grade, my dad ended up, I was in the living room playing Assassin's Creed, and I remember the moment. I remember the moment because I was playing Assassin's Creed and my headset was like kind of off a little bit. And I was talking to people, and I ended up hearing my parents talking about something about like Saudi Arabia and, oh, it's not a good idea, something like that. And I was like, all right, I'm going to let y'all go. I need to see what the heck is going on here. And I was like, hey, like, what's going on? What happened? My dad had gotten an offer to do some contract work out there to train some of their Apache pilots for the Crown. So, and he was like,
wait, what the fuck's the Crown?
The Crown, like the prince, the military for Saudi Arabia.
Okay, got it. Got it.
So like you got it.
I got it.
Yeah.
I just need to know what the fuck the Crown was.
Yeah.
I didn't. Okay, go.
So he had gotten offered that, and he was like, yeah, but we're not going to do it because you would have to move, and you're in the middle of high school and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't care. Like, if y'all are doing this because of me, like, let's do it.
Yeah.
And my parents were kind of like, no, like, do you realize? Like, they were kind of trying to convince me to not want to go.
Mm-hmm.
But what would end up happening is we would have lived on a compound. So they have like American compounds in Saudi Arabia.
Uh-huh.
So it's just like a military base there, but they're really nice. Like they're very pretty. And I would have lived there with my parents, and I would have gone to school online, and then I would have graduated out of Dubai, which was so exciting to me because at that point in my life I was super into architecture. So like Dubai,
so cool.
Yeah. Like
what the fuck?
I know.
Wow.
But 10th grade for me is when COVID started happening. So yeah, but I was like, yeah, like I really want to go. That would be so cool. And she was like, yeah, but you're gonna leave your friends. And I was like, I don't care. Like I'm going to Dubai. Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's just wild.
She was like, yeah, but like your way of life is gonna change, and the way they treat women there, and you're always gonna have to cover up and blah. And I was like, I don't care. Like. It's a trade-off. Like, that's fine with me. That's their culture. I'm going to respect that. But, like, I would love, like, that's a new experience for me, you know?
That's so cool.
But yeah, so my dad ended up accepting it. He had been out there for about a year and a half, but we had packed up our whole house. Like, my dad had gone first so that we could get everything settled out. Yeah, so me and my mom had stayed. The whole house was packed up, but we didn't have, like, any furniture. We got a call, and they were like, hey, this was right when COVID started happening. They were like, hey, like, borders are closing. We have your visas, but, like, Saudi Arabia closed the borders, so you guys are going to have to wait until they open them back up.
Oh,
and my mom, it was right around the time that, like, re-enrollment was happening, so she was like, okay, like, how long is that gonna take? And they were like, oh, like, it'll only take like 2 months. She was like, okay, that's fine, like, we'll wait, that's okay. Well, 2 months went by and the borders were still closed, so my dad was still stuck in there. Like, he was still working by himself. He had already been in the house, which was gorgeous, by the way. It was beautiful. It was like a 6-bedroom house. It was gorgeous. But yeah, so he was just kind of there by himself. But they were like, hey, they're opening the border back up, but, like, your visas are expired now, so we're gonna have to do all that and blah blah blah. And she was like, okay, how long? And they were like, 6 months. Oh. So my mom was like, no, fuck that, like, we're not doing that. She was like, you're going back to school, like, it's just not gonna happen. So my dad ended up coming back, but yeah, but he was stuck there for a while. Yeah.
Feel bad for your dad.
Yeah, he had a good time. He liked it over there. It was just kind of like, I don't know, I feel like it was okay that I didn't go, because, like, there's a lot of things that are happening now that I'm like, if I did go, I wouldn't have met these people, or I wouldn't have, like, had these experiences. Yeah. But also at the same time, I'm like, what would have happened if I did go, you know?
That would have been so cool, though.
It would have. I was so excited. That's
okay. Sometimes things aren't meant to.
Yeah, sometimes things work out the way they're supposed to. So
that's true.
It happened for a reason.
You're on campus. Mm-hmm. Why are you on campus? I'm just curious.
Like, why am I living here?
Yeah. Because aren't your family in San Antonio?
Yeah, they live like 40 minutes up the road, though, or like 30 minutes up the road, like down 1604 on the other side, like by New Braunfels area. Oh. Yeah. Makes
sense. So what's been your favorite part so far living on campus?
Of living on campus? Gosh, freedom. I know a lot of people say that. That's, like, pretty generic, but, like,
freedom.
It's nice being on your own. Like, it's nice not having to, like, the first night.
Yeah.
I think Aiden had ended up, like, calling me or something and been like, hey, like, I met some people, let's go hang out. And my first thought was, let me ask my mom. But then I was like, I'm living on my own. I can go out if I want to.
That's so cool.
I don't have to go home at 10 o'clock. I can stay out as late as I want. The first week was difficult. I got, like, no sleep the first week. Because, like,
you were just doing whatever.
Yeah, you go crazy on your first week, but yeah, it's nice being, like, on your own.
I feel that.
I like it.
So do you get groceries, or do you go to
I have a meal plan. So I have, like, the unlimited meal plan thing.
Cafe.
Usually, like, yeah. But yeah, I still get, like, some things, because sometimes, like, I don't want to have to walk all the way down here. So I'll just, like, I bought a few, like, breakfast things, or like, and I'll have, like, drinks and stuff in there, snacks. But
do you work? Where do you work at?
I work at HEB. I'm a cashier at HEB.
Which
right
one?
Now, I'm at the one out in Stone Oak.
Oh.
Yeah, the HEB Plus out in Stone Oak.
But you were saying something?
Right now I'm on educational leave. So I told them, hey, like, is it okay if I go on leave for the first semester? Because I know a lot of people do that. So
just to get situated.
Yeah, so I was like, can I just not work the first semester? And they were like, yeah, that's fine. Just come back after that and figure it out. Which I am seeing a lot of people who live on campus have work studies here. So I'm thinking about
that too.
I'm thinking about applying to that, because I want to do one of those. I feel like it would be so much easier because it's right there. You just walk 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So
save money on gas, and you just yeah.
Also, they're, like, super flexible with, like, hours and stuff because they know you're a student.
Well, the only thing is, because my brother is doing a work study. The only thing, because my brother, he is on camp.
Is he here? Oh, okay.
So I kind of, like, follow the leader, essentially. Gotcha. He's in an apartment. The only thing is, like, they give you, like, 19 hours a week.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
That's what I was seeing, is that you have to be available for, like, a minimum of 15 hours. And I'm like, damn. Like.
Well, only 19 hours, though.
Yeah.
That's just for me. I'm like, I like working, so.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is, but.
HEB's cool, though. They give me good benefits. Like, I have like a 25% discount on all my groceries anytime I go.
So you still go and get a discount?
Yeah. But once I quit, I don't know if I get the discount anymore.
Oh.
I guess I can just keep the card because I have a card that I just swipe whenever I pay for my stuff and it gives me the discount. But I don't know. I'm looking into quitting. I'm thinking about it.
So, how are the HEB customers? Are they like wild?
Oh my goodness. Well, it depends on which HEB you work at, I guess. Like what area you're in.
Okay, well, how are the Stone Oak ones?
Stone Oak is all a bunch of like stuck up like housewives. Oh my goodness. The amount of people that would come in there and complain about the dumbest things or like things that we can't control or like just like dumb people. Like just dumb people in general. Like people piss me off usually just cuz like people have no common sense. But like
do I piss you off?
No. You have common sense. For the most part. That I've seen so far. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But
damn, all right.
But I don't know. It was just like dumb people. Like there's sometimes where like there's a couple instances where there was a guy that had come in one time. We have like propane tanks, so the propane exchange.
Yeah.
He had come in with an empty tank, but he was like, "Hey, I have an exchange." And I was like, "Okay, like if you take it outside and leave it there, I'll have somebody come out and they'll exchange it for you when you get it, like when you come back through the line." Yeah. And he was like, "Okay, can I just leave it right here, like next to my stand?" And I was like, "No, like we can't have them inside. It's a fire hazard. You need to take them outside." And he was like, "But it's empty." And I was like, "Yeah, but there's still residue in there. Like you got to take it outside. It's not my decision. Like it's a fire hazard." Yeah. I don't know if he thought that I couldn't see him or what. He walked right over there, put it down, and just went shopping. And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like I really just told you this whole place will burn down. And you just did not listen." So I had to get somebody to take it back outside. And I was like, dude, like, it's just like simple things like that. Like, just take it outside, you know? Or like there was one time where like people get so mad when you bag things a certain way. I didn't realize how like important it was to like bag certain things. But like people get so mad if like their tomatoes are like smushed or like, which is valid. But like there was one time like there were usable bags and it was when I was a bagger. She was like, "Oh, I need you to put the bananas, the tomatoes, and the grapes on the top." And I was like, "Okay, like that's fine. Like that
makes sense.
That's all right. Yeah, it makes sense." So I did that. Went to put it in the cart. When you pick up the bag, obviously things are gonna shift around a little bit. So they had fallen on the side a little bit. But they weren't like smushed. Yeah. So I'd put it in the cart. She had walked away. She went to my manager and said that I put them on the bottom. And he came up to me and he was like, "I know you didn't do it, but I have to tell you that she said that this happened." And I was like, "I put them on the top." And he was like, "Yeah, no, I know." But she was really mad. And I was like, "Bro, what?" Like, apparently she had gone up to my manager and said, "Hey, like, you need to get her to be, like, have a write-up or whatever because she put my stuff on the bottom." And I was like, okay. Like, that's crazy. But, like, my managers are so chill.
They seem like they're
really, really chill.
Okay.
And a lot of them are, like, 25, maybe 30.
Oh, okay.
Like, the oldest manager I have is, like, maybe 32.
But he's cool.
So, yeah.
Or she.
He's pretty cool.
Okay.
They're pretty chill. But
that's what's up.
Yeah.
What do you like to do for fun? I know it's a broad question. Like on a here, let me give you an example.
Okay.
Like on a Friday night, right? Mm-hmm. So like you finish all your freaking homework. Mm-hmm. And like, you know, it's getting like 5, 6 o'clock. Mm-hmm. It's like, you know, shit's gonna be popping. And what are you looking for?
Like, what do I do?
What are you looking for?
Usually I just hang out with people. Like, I like hanging out with my friends. Like, even if it's just, like, something like this. Like, even if we're just sitting in the dorm, just, like, having a conversation. That's, like...
You like to party? Well, like, college is, like, you think of partying every time in college.
I've gone to a frat party, and it was a lot of fun. But, I don't know. I mean, yeah. In high school, we threw a lot of parties. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of down for, like, whatever. As long as I'm, like, with people. Like, I'm good.
Okay. Do you ever just want to be by yourself sometimes?
Yeah. Sometimes. Like, last week, I went through, like, a good 4 days where I didn't talk to anybody. Uh-huh. Because I just wanted to, like, sit in my room, do nothing. Like, I just kind of wanted to chill.
I feel that.
But.
Wait, so you got COVID, though?
I did not get COVID. I was negative. But I swore I had COVID. My mom swore I had COVID, too.
Did you take a test?
Yeah. I took 2 tests, and they were both negative. But I was so sick. Like, I legitimately thought that I had COVID. I was almost hoping that I had COVID, so I would have like an excuse to give my professors.
Yeah. I mean, for me, because I got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So, I reached out to her, and then people don't know because I just immediately assumed you had COVID. So that people were like, I messaged her, and then she's like, I think I have COVID. I was like, all right, feel better. And then, so she just lied to me in my fucking face. But
sorry. Hey, I said I think I have COVID.
She did say
I didn't say I did have COVID.
But she didn't lie to my face.
I thought I had COVID.
What was I going to?
A little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had COVID. It was just shit.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Like, I was just, like, sitting on that bed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, when is a fever? Like, where's this shit going to get bad? I just sat in my room watching fucking whatever's on Netflix.
How did you, like, know you had COVID then?
I took a test. Like, I had mucus in the back of my throat.
Oh, okay.
And my mom, because my grandmother's in the hospital,
mm-hmm.
so my mom was like, take a test.
Gotcha.
Because we were going to go visit her.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like...
It was positive.
The slightest positive.
Yeah.
And then she was like,
nope. You
nope.
can, like, barely see the line, but it's there.
She was like, nope. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to see my girlfriend that day. And I was like, what the fuck? And then... So I sat in this room for 5 days.
Mm.
It wasn't, like, even bad. It was just, like...
What should you do for food? Like, I know you have a fridge, but, like... Because
you
guys are stocked up in there.
Well, that's Grayson and I. That's my other roommate, Grayson.
Yeah. Y'all are stocked up.
Well, yeah, we had made some meals, and that's kind of what I did for the 5 days.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was just, like...
How was, like, the workload? Like, I know that, like, you can tell your professors, but...
So, with me... There's only one professor that takes attendance.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, and she was like, okay, just do this. And then once you come back in person, just ask for these things for me, and then you'll get them done.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is like, you don't have... One of my other classes, you don't have to show up.
Gotcha.
If you do, it's just like more stuff about the curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to learn more about art history because fuck the paintings.
Yeah.
No offense to people who like art. I just don't find interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next class I couldn't really do anything about it. They
Gotcha.
didn't take they don't take attendance.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the workload wasn't bad. Like I could still do it because it was online, so it wasn't bad at all. But if you had COVID with ROTC, it would have been different.
Yeah, see, it's a lot. It's a lot with ROTC.
So I was about to ask,
it's a lot
what's
of
it like?
Procedures. I love it. I love ROTC. At first, I've heard a lot of mixed things from a lot of people, because I ended up asking a lot of people like before, like, how did you like it?
You want to make sure you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, and I've heard a lot of mixed things. A lot of people have said like, oh, it's amazing, totally do it. A lot of people have told me they hate it. It sucks. Everybody's mean to you. All they do is yell at you. It really is not like that. Like, it's actually a lot of fun. Like, I've met a lot of really good friends in my flight. So we're split up into 2 squadrons. Each squadron has flights. So flights are about like 25, 30 people. And you have 2 flight commanders who are upperclassmen. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. There's like 6 or 7 flights in our wing.
Holy fuck. That's a lot of flights.
It's a lot of people, but it's relatively small compared to like other RTC. Like A&M, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
They're so
wild.
Many. It's insane.
What's A&M? Sorry. It's A&M.
But like, yeah. I don't know. I really like it. It's a lot of fun. PT, I really thought the only thing I would hate is like PT, but it really isn't even that bad.
So PT is?
Physical training. So PT, we have PT on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 o'clock.
What do you have to do?
In the morning. It's pretty much just like a big group workout.
Where, at the rec or what?
On one of the rec fields. So like the big one with the track.
Yeah.
That's the one that we go
So y'all went today?
Yeah, this morning.
At 6. Oh, I went to the gym at 7. Damn, I just missed y'all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go at like, is it just every Tuesday and Thursday?
Every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 o'clock.
So I'm gonna wake up at 6. I'm gonna walk by as I'm going to the gym. Be like, hi, Bree.
See, but you can't go on the field, I don't think.
No, I could just yell your name really loud.
Yeah, you could probably do that.
They'll probably look at me like I'm some fucking whack job.
I probably won't recognize you because it would be kind of far away.
Yeah.
But yeah, we pretty much just go out there. You get together like we get in formation, do the whole morning ceremony thing. Not ceremony, but like it's like they have to do like a
roll
thing.
Call or something?
Not really roll call, but it's like kind of, yeah. They pretty much just base cadre and our squadron commander just says everybody's accounted for.
Yeah,
And the other one says everybody's accounted for, and then they release us into our flights and we do our workouts.
Because I had another episode, another person. He went to military school.
Mm-hmm.
So like I kind of get the gist.
Like an academy, or just like a school.
Like like he went to Churchill, but then he like fucked up. So then his parents sent him to military school.
Oh, like one of the okay.
Yeah. So like
Gotcha.
he was explaining to me everything. So that's when I was like the morning like he would have to like. So I kind of correlated them together.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's not really that bad. It's usually from like 6 to 7, and then whenever we do like wing breakouts, we kind of just like go on the side, have like a little group conversation, and then we just kind of like separate and go about our daily things. We have a class as well, so like
I was about to ask.
we have a class, which I have the class today at 2:30, something like that.
So you got time. So what is it like? What do you do? What do you learn?
Right now, we've learned like the rank system, so like what certain ranks are called and what they do, I guess, like how it works, we've learned about like, what is it called? Greetings, customs and courtesies. So like how you're supposed to treat superiors and stuff like that, how you're supposed to like, we've learned how to salute, when to salute.
So like is it just like
it's like interesting. It's like a lot actually. You have to like angle it like a certain way. You can't see your thumb. Like they can't see your thumb.
I can't see my thumb.
You have to touch
they
the
can't
corner.
see my thumb.
Yeah, like the person you're saluting to like isn't supposed to see your thumb.
Can you see my thumb?
It's got to be like a right angle to your kind of. You got to like just do that. Like it's pretty cuz you got to slightly like angle it a little bit.
Can you see my thumb?
So like angle your hand like this way. Like a little bit more. There you go. So it's like that.
That's a salute?
Yeah, but it's got to be like all the way back here and like yeah. That's a salute. But you only salute certain people and you only do it at certain times. It's like a lot of stuff.
It sounds like
a lot of stuff.
It sounds disciplined.
It
It
is.
sounds kind of cool though.
It is a lot
Not
of
gonna lie to
fun.
you.
The only thing that's been like interesting is like we have another thing called Lee Lab, which is like a huge class with everybody in ROTC where cadre gets up and they talk to us about stuff and like teach us stuff together. But so like we'll get in formation outside of the main building, and the first time that we did Lee Lab, we ended up getting in formation and they just yelled at us for like a good 20 minutes. And it's funny because you can see, which is not even that bad. Like if you're doing what you need to do, you're right. They're not going to yell at you. They're yelling at other people. So and
like
it's
yell me like yell.
Oh yeah, like they're like yelling at you like there's sometimes where like when you're at attention, you can't move your eyes. You have to be looking straight
blink?
the entire time. Well, yeah, you can blink.
Oh,
But you can't like look around. You can't like turn your head or like something like that.
Oh yeah. Well,
so like when you're at attention, you're looking and you make eye contact with one of them over here, they're going to get mad at you. They're going to be like, when you're at attention, your eyes need to be forward or you need to fix them on the horizon, whatever.
So like if I'm here and they like walk in front of me.
Yeah, sometimes like you can like switch it to them and then back, but like if you full on like follow them, it's like they'll get mad. Like they don't want you to make eye contact with them. It's like pretty bad.
That's good. That's interesting.
It's funny too because like we would see like all of the other people like walking by just going to class and like
stare at you.
They look so confused because you would think like it's all of us just like standing in formation with people yelling.
So what does
at
formation
us.
look like?
Formation looks like, I guess I can show you attention. Attention, you gotta have your feet like this, a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
Heels together. Your hands are gonna look like this. You gotta put both of them behind your seam of your pants. You gotta be standing up straight, and you gotta be looking forward. So your eyes will be like, they say like 10 degrees above the horizon. You gotta be facing just like this the whole time.
Yeah.
But and then there's, what is it called? That's attention. And then parade rest. So like, I don't know how to do this with the thing. Your hands are going to go like that. And you're just going to put them like behind your back. Like this. So whenever they say like parade rest, you're just kind of like this. And then once they say attention hut, whenever they're talking to you, you have to be at attention. So you have to be like this.
Okay.
But like when you're in formation, it's like, it's usually like 4 people in the front. And then it's just rows behind you.
Okay.
Just rows of 4 people. But yeah, it's like, how am I going to get back up here?
Here.
It's like, it's interesting. It's not that bad though. Like, it's once you like learn everything, it's pretty easy.
It sounds, yeah, it didn't seem that bad.
It's not too bad.
So like, what do y'all do for the conditioning, the physical training?
So we do like legitimate workouts. It's not like we don't use like weights or anything. So we'll do like normal
Body
stuff.
weight?
Yeah, we'll do body weight things. So like we'll do like basic core workouts, flutter kicks, planks, stuff like that.
Push-ups.
Yeah, we'll do push-ups, sit-ups, just like normal body weight things. We'll usually do like a run. We usually run every single time we do stuff, but there's certain days where like it's just the whole 40 minutes is running. So, but I actually took my PFD today, which is like my PT test.
Did you pass?
Yeah, I passed. So it's out of 100 points. Passing is getting above 75. So if you get below 75, you're scheduled another PT day. So I have a lot of people in my flight who didn't pass, and they have to do PT on an extra day until they take the PFD again and they pass.
What if they fail?
If they fail it so many times, which I think it's like 3. If you fail it like 3 times, I think like the first time or the second time, I guess now, because they gave us a grace for the first time because like a lot of us aren't.
Well, yeah,
we just got off the summer.
Yeah, you're getting used to
and
it.
A lot of us, it's like our first time, so they kind
of
of gave us like a grace. But this next time, I think you're gonna have like a talk with your squadron commander or something like that, and then the next time I think it's another talk, and then at that point it's like, all right, if you fail it again, like you're out. Because you're not hitting the standards.
Fit.
Like it's a standard for you to stay
physically
athletic.
fit. Yeah.
But
what'd you get?
It's not that bad. I got an 86 or something like that. So it's just sit-ups, push-ups, and then a 1.5 mile run around the track.
Did they tell you like what you missed?
Yeah.
What'd you miss?
The run really set me back. So
you have to have like a certain mileage, like a pace.
Yeah, you have to have a certain time. You have to make it in a certain time. And then so like sit-ups for the girls, the minimum is like 18 for you to pass in a minute. So you have 1 minute to do
18 sit-ups?
Yeah. 1 minute to do as many sit-ups and push-ups as you can, which is like 18. I mean, 18. Yeah, 18 is the minimum. I did 25, I think, or like 26 or something like that. But you have to get like a certain form. If your form is wrong, they're not going to count it.
Got it.
Or like
I was like 18, like doing like moving sit-ups.
Yeah, if you just like keep knocking them out and you're doing them in good form, like you're gonna get like a good number.
Yeah.
But there's times where like if you're like you have to be like this and your elbows have to touch your like thigh. And your shoulder blade has to touch the ground when you go down. So if your shoulder blade isn't touching, they're not going to count it. And they're just going to keep saying the same number until you get it right.
You know. Okay,
yeah.
I would be like...
They'll tell us. Like, they'll say, all right, 17. Okay, and they'll, like, give you a hint, like, touch all the way to the ground or go down lower.
Yeah,
do whatever you need to do.
I was like, damn, I'm going to leave you out like that. Okay.
Yeah, but I was doing good. She only had to, like, correct me, like, once or twice for the sit-ups. And then push-ups, normal push-ups. You got to break the plane. Just like you gotta go down to like where it's like at your back.
How many you have to do?
Minimum for girls for push-ups was oh my god, I got it wrong. Minimum push-ups for girls is 18. Minimum sit-ups for girls is 35. I got 46 sit-ups, 25 push-ups.
Okay.
At first I was like, hold on.
18 for sit-ups kind of seems a little easy.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Oh, okay.
Which at first she had asked me, which I had like an easy spotter. So like it depends on the person that you get to whether or not you do good, because like there's some people who are really, really picky about it. Like if your angle on your hands for your push-up is like wrong, they're just going to keep making you do it. But like the girl who was spotting me, she was like very encouraging too, because she was like, okay, like what do you think you're going to get? Like what is your goal for the sit-ups? And I was like,
I just want to fucking pass. Like I
was like, I don't know, like 40, I guess. And I got up to like 43, and she was like, yes, keep going, like you have like a couple more seconds, get to 45, like you got this. And she was like encouraging me.
Yeah.
And then like sit-ups too, like push-ups and stuff too, like she was helping me a lot. And
yeah, she seemed dope.
She wasn't like nitpicking, it was like she was very encouraging. It wasn't like mean or anything. So but it was pretty good. The run was what killed me. Oh my god, the run was so bad.
What was your average pace?
My time was 16 minutes.
What was the time?
16:05 for a 1.5 miles.
What's the
So
time you're supposed to be?
that's a little more than 3 laps around the track.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you've seen the track. It's like pretty big.
Which track?
Yeah, the track around the big rec field, the one like in the back where that big building is, the one right next to it. There's like a huge track, but it's closed off because it's like for like the teams to practice on.
Athletes.
And it's for athletes and then RTC too.
Yeah.
But yeah, the run, I think if you got over 17 minutes, no, maybe it's 18 minutes. If you got 18-minute run, like, you failed the run. But a lot of people ended up getting like 17:30, like stuff like that. So a lot of people were not, like, they were barely making it. But that run was so difficult. And at first I thought it was 2 laps because like the track is like about a little more than a half mile. So I thought it was 2 laps, but it was 3.
Shit.
I didn't think about it, but like, gosh. So I have asthma. I didn't freaking bring my inhaler because I'm an idiot. So I was struggling on that second lap. Oh my God, it was so bad. I ended up having to like slow down and like walk. Like I was speed walking, but like I was still like I had to slow down.
Can you tell them like I have asthma? I forgot.
Yeah, no, I told her after. She was like, but like they were also like they're not going to tell you keep running. Like you can walk, you can do whatever you want to do as long as you make the time. If you don't make the time, like that's up to you.
Cool.
But they'll encourage you. Like I had ended up having to walk at one point. My calves get so tight whenever I run. Mm-hmm. So that was another issue that I was having. But like she had ended up, my spotter, I mean, I had made it around again after that second lap. And she was like, keep going. Like, you got this. Like, I know it hurts, but like keep going. Because I had told her about my calves before because I needed to stretch and everything. Yeah. But she was really encouraging. She was helping me get through it. And then I came around to where that line was. Yeah. And I was like, is it 3 laps? And they were like, yep, keep going. And I was like,
what the fuck?
Are you kidding me? I was like, damn. Like, I thought I was done. I really thought I was done. That last stretch, though, I was in pain. It was horrible. I had to sit down, and, like, it was bad. There was one kid that didn't finish the run. He stopped after, the first lap. He had gotten a little past the first lap, and he ended up just, like, stopping. Like after I was on that second lap, I had seen him, like, sitting on the side, like, on the field with, like, two
there was multiple people running at once.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to make up the PFD. So everybody else had taken theirs last Tuesday in my flight. So last week was their times to take it together as a whole.
Why'd you have to make it up?
Because I was sick.
That's
why
okay.
So I couldn't do it. Yeah. So I had to do it today with like, I think there was like 5 other people that did it with me.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but yeah, it was pretty bad. It was the run was horrible. Oh my gosh, the run sucked. Everything else was fine though, but I just need to improve on running. It was good. It was. Gosh.
I don't know what the guys are, so I can't say, but I don't think I would do
I think the guys' time is the same. It might be a little less. I think the guys' time might be 17. 17 is the max. And then, like, standards for, like, push-ups and sit-ups is different, too, for guys.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do, like, maybe 40 push-ups max, but that's fine. I got one more question for you.
Okay.
Here's the last question. It's kind of... It gets everyone to think. Yeah. So, like right now, if your life, like, was a chapter of your book, your book being the life, and this is a chapter, what's the title of the chapter?
Oh, goodness. The title of this chapter of my life. I don't know. I would honestly, like, the first thing that came to my mind was just college, but like, I don't know. Next step on my own, I guess. I don't know. It's like a good question. Dang.
I told you it gets people to think. Next step on your own?
Yeah, I guess.
Why? I'm just curious. Well, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory, but...
There's like step into adulthood. I don't know, something about that next little.
So, do you rather do step into adulthood or next step on your own?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm gonna say adulthood.
Okay.
So adulthood includes on your own. You're on your own. You're by yourself when you're an adult.
Fair point.
Yeah.
And why? Just because self-explanatory, college and all this stuff.
Yeah. Just started college, just moved out, doing things on my own now. I have responsibilities as
Jobs,
an adult. Yeah.
car.
Gosh.
Thank God no rent though. That's true.
Mhm.
All right. Everyone at home, thank you for listening. Thank you for coming on so shorthandedly. I don't know. Did I say how we met? I don't know if we did.
Not how we met, but I think you explained like
Oh,
how we're related.
Well,
Yeah.
not related, but basically, well, the time she came over because of Aiden being her friend, she came into my room, and the first thing she was like, "Why is this so messy?"
It
and,
was.
And then she was like, "Why aren't the lights on?" And she like started critique. Well, but like I knew she was like, she wasn't being like for real. Like she was just like.
Well, it was also because I had found out that you do the podcast too, and I had seen like your room was where you did it.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, you
You're in
gotta
it.
pick up a little bit in here.
Yeah. And I was like, what the and then she just like did everything and then have the lights on now.
Yeah, there you go. Now you have a little.
See, now your effect is, I mean, I don't mind it though. It kind of looks cool, so
yeah,
we'll go with it. But that's this background story of whatever, of how things kind of, yeah, pretty much. Okay. Everyone home, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and bye.